I'm going to say something that might not be popular, but it's the truth. We are where we want to be in life. Where we are right now is where we choose to be. What I mean by that is you may say, oh, no, if I had it my way, I would live in a mansion and I would just be like this super rich person. I'd be famous. I'd be this. I'd be whatever it is, you know. But we are where we are because we chose to be there. We write the rules. We create the rules to this life. You are where you want to be. And that's hard for a lot of people to get. So we are where we want to be. Sometimes it's hard for me to kind of like realize that. And so, you may be saying, Tab, no, I'm not. You know what? I don't have the health I want. I, I had this happen to me because somebody left me or somebody did something to me in my life, and my life hurts because of this. And you don't understand. I'm not where I want to be. All right. Now, situations, circumstances, and that are never going to be perfect, no matter what. And some of the situations and some of the circumstances are going to be worse than others. They just are. And we just kind of have to learn to deal with them. I got a jet flying over me. I got a dog over here. Things are going to get loud. I got birds chirping at me. I am where I am because I chose to record this video out here. The dog's going to bark. Jet's going to get loud. Birds are going to chirp. It is what it is. But I chose that. That's just an example. Now, if your health is bad, your health is not where you want it to be, you can do everything you can to the level and to the point that your health will allow you to do it. So your health isn't 100%, and you can't do 100%. You still can do something. You can level up to the maximum level that you can inside or based upon that health. If somebody did something to you, you lost a family member, you lost a spouse, or somebody did something bad to you, and that hurts, and I get that. But ultimately, we are where we are because we choose to be here. We choose to. There's my boy. That's my coach right there. That's my coach. I love coach. I love this dog. I love dogs. But you choose to be where you are. It's your choice. And so the reason why I say that, and it hurts people because people don't want to own up and say, this isn't what I would choose. I wouldn't choose this thing. I would choose something so much better for my life. Then choose it. You write the rules to the game. It's your game. It's your board. You write it. You choose it. You do it. And yeah, you have to play within certain rules and certain guidelines that are cultural, or maybe they're government, or maybe you're a believer in God, and and you get these things that are there, and we all, whatever it is, we all have our parameters, but we have this whole world of what we can do outside, and it's up to us to write the rules. It's up to us to decide what it is we're going to do. So if you don't like where you're at, change the rules, change what you're doing. Start doing something different. Start doing something new. It really is that simple, but it's so complex and so hard for us to do that. If you're like, man, I don't like I'm heavy. I don't like this, which many of you know. I was 100 pounds heavier than I am right now. I'm on a journey to lose more, right? But it's up to me to do that. It's my choice. Do I want to exercise? Do I want to eat right? Do I want to do the things that I need to do in order to get there? It's a choice. I own it. That is on me. It is not on anybody else. I can't say, oh, I couldn't do well because Catherine stopped off and bought a dozen donuts. Just because she buys a dozen donuts doesn't mean that I have to have any. Okay. So the reason why I say this is because owning every aspect of your life impacts everything that you're going to do. It impacts the way that you look at things. It impacts the way that you do things. It impacts your success. So if you have a board, and it's your game board, and the game board says go to jail, and you go to jail, you don't have to do that. You can change the rules. Put $500 down on go to jail, and then a card that says you go to jail, you get $500, go pass, go collect another $200. Boom, house rules. We can change the rules to the game, and it's up to us to do that. It's up to us to decide what it is we want. Are we accepting where we're at? Are we accepting the circumstances that are around us? You know, I love the movie The Matrix because when Neo gets that thing pulled out of the back of his head and just like wakes up and he realizes that he's been living in this dream or fantasy world. And all of a sudden, everything is there for him to do what he wants to do, to live a real and actual life. Very much so, we live in a matrix of our own mind, a matrix of our own creation. It's up to us to get out of that. And it's a constant battle to just realize that we are in charge of that. So that's our challenge. It's each of our challenge is how do we move beyond what we accept? Because we do accept it. We are where we are. I'm not sitting in a $50 million mansion because it's not what I chose to have. Now, it may sound a little weird. Maybe that is a little weird, right? But you get the idea. I went to an extreme. I went to an extreme on purpose, intentionally, because could I reach that? Absolutely. I could change the rules of the game, but I have to change the rules of the game. What's going on up here? We all have to do that. That's a challenge. It's a beautiful challenge. It's a beautiful thing to be able to sit there and say, I'm responsible. It's on me. I'm the one that is going to do it. A lot of people have a hard time with that. They're like, nah, you know what? My upbringing, my circumstances, my family, my this, my that. It's a victim mentality. Change it. Stop being a victim. Start taking control of everything. And you can sit there and say, I live in a dump, and it's based upon the things that I've chosen in my life. You know, I mean, it really becomes the more that we can take control and own what goes on in our life, the more we can impact our life and actually have just the life that we really want. And you know what? You're going to reach the point where you have the life that you want, and you're going to realize, I could have even more life that I want. But it's up to us. It's up to us individually. It's up to nobody else. And so that's the thing that we have to remember is we can't put caps on ourselves because of the things around us or the people around us. Hope you're doing well, and just get after it and take control of your life.